This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to DRTSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shivaprasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello, and a warm welcome to one of the loudest speakers, I would say. At the same time, he will never have anything in his mind. And you need a politician like that. Right or wrong, he will speak in public favor. So that is what service we call in politics. So he is none other than Narayana Garu, sir. Welcome. He is the
Namaste. Thank you.
Council CPI Communist Party of India Secretary. Once again, I'm inviting. Last time also we discussed on Supreme Court. Many were asking me to replay two issues. He took different stands. That is what Narayana is all about. Freedom of speech. That is the fundamental aspect of any people participatory constitutional democracy. The transparency, that accountability comes when you have no prior agenda, no fear. But these days, for politicians, either businessmen or others, they have converted service into business mode. If you speak against, I am son-in-law of Kerala, I sought some loan from a bank. They will say civil, they will not give you loan. if you say, if you speak the truth, because CPI is ruling Kerala, I will come to that personal issue one to one. How is that I am not being allowed to even get a loan from nationalized banks? When the looters, they go to Supreme Court, they say broke. They get 30,000 contracts, crores of contracts, and banks fund them. Banks give them guarantee. That I'll come to that later. We are trying to complain, but today's issue is of fundamental importance to the freedom of speech, whether that speech can be targeted in person or in public interest. Because when politicians speak, because we are a people representative democracy, we are a representative we are represented by elected representatives and political parties, independents alike. So in such a scenario, if one politician belonging to Congress, now the Rahul Gandhi issue, he has been disqualified by the Parliament Lok Sabha, stating that Surat court has passed strictures or convicted him, and the conviction is for 2 years on an issue wherein he is trying to name Modi, the surname Modi. He has joined the name Modi, stating that all are so and so. I'll show that clip. Now, the Surat court convicted him for 2 years. See, that 2 years is the period. If you are convicted, till you appeal, usually the Lok Sabha member, it automatically gets disqualified. The same thing happened with Lalu Prasad Yadav in the past, when the same Supreme Court said politicians should mind their language and in appropriation with the democratic values they should speak. That time Manmohan Singh brought out an ordinance. If they go to appeal for a higher in a higher court, that can be, this member can be allowed, disqualification can go away. That means the court cases, that is the confidence our parliament has in court cases, thinking that the court cases will run eternally. But the same Rahul Gandhi, he torn and made that ordinance into pieces. That is why that ordinance could not be legislated. It could not become a law. It could not be amended. Article 8, Class 4. Now, the same act has put Rahul Gandhi in a fix and Congress in a fix and the opposition in a fix. That is what I'm going to show you. I'll just take one comment from him before that. After that, I will show you. Then I'll take the comments of our guest. Sir, how do you see? Telugulo చెప్పండి, ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్పండి, ఎందుకంటే నేషనల్ మీడియా కేరళ అంతా
No
చూస్తుంది.
problem. No problem. I can.
కొద్దిగా తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్పండి, ఎట్లా చూస్తారు? హౌ డు యూ లుక్ ఎట్ దిస్ సినేరియో? రాహుల్ గాంధీ Bharat Jodo Yatra, he was very successful. People were there, youngsters were there with him. All of a sudden, he goes to United Kingdom, he speaks something there, it becomes a big issue. Now the old issue wherein he has castigated Mr. Modi, on that pretext, now his membership is disqualified.
Yes, this is all the deliberate political vendetta. You can record what happened in the Manmohan Singh period and how the behavior of Rahul Gandhi at that time. That is conveniently quoting for that. But it is not such. The Modi government after he became a prime minister, many prime ministers have come and gone, including BJP Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee also, he was the Prime Minister. But after independence, this Modi is a special, peculiar personality as a Prime Minister in India. She is a trained RSS ideologist, and the Savarkarism is what he is gained. So keeping this mind, he is operating slowly, and systematically he is killing the statutory bodies like the President of India system, Election Commission of India, Judiciary, CBI, Niti Aayog, all important statutory bodies that he is what undermining and water downing the systems. Why? Because he wanted to go ahead without an objection. In background, the opposition, he wanted to cut all opposition. Whoever the business people or political parties are against the government, all is targeted. You can see the Manmohan Singh period or previous 1914 previous, how many cases are booked after he became Prime Minister, and how many cases booked against the opposition parties.
Right.
You
So I'll
can, you
just
can
try to
see,
show you.
yeah, you can show the calculation.
Yeah.
So the
I'll just,
purposefully is
sir.
sabotaging those who are opposing. Those who are praising, they became a holy cow. Those who are opposing, they were Jai. Jai, Jai kottu indiki po. Jai kottakapote jailuku po. That is the main slogan of this. Now, Rahul Gandhi is become a fittest personality among the opposition parties. Opposition parties also almost all accept Rahul Gandhi as a leader.
Yeah.
Uh, so he started his affair, Modi ji. If we allow the Rahul Gandhi, definitely it is a problem for him. So he planned. Conveniently, Surat court, the Gujarat state is separate peculiar state, and the Surat court is separate court. They managed to get the verdict. So conveniently they want to use. See one thing, when court is given verdict of 2 years conviction, next day Parliament has passed on disqualification of the Parliament seat. Next immediately Wayanad is vacated. Such a 24 hours, such a big country, and parliamentary democracy is the biggest in the world. Such a biggest parliamentary democracy, how they are dealing this? Within 24 hours, what will be happening? Heaven is coming down and fall down. So that means they're in a fix and defense. They wanted to save their skin. They're attempting all these deliberate attempts. Now that's also one kind of useful for Rahul Gandhi. Rahul
Right.
Gandhi nowadays, some of the persons they don't have any faith. But now everybody, those who are opposing, those who preach democracy, secularism, they are all forced to rally behind Rahul Gandhi at present. So this
Right.
also ఎవరు చెప్తారే అంతా మన మంచిగా అంటుంటారు, ఏం జరిగినా మన మంచిగా అంటుంటారు. ఇప్పుడు ఆయన మంచిగా నీట్గా అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు కూడా.
కానీ ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇంకోటి ఉంది సార్. ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఫ్రాంక్ గా మాట్లాడతారు కాబట్టి మీరు గెస్ట్ గా రావడం నాకు చాలా ఆనందం. ఊరు మంచి మన నోరు మంచిదైతే ఊరు మంచిది అంటారు. వాళ్ళ రాహుల్ గాంధీ గాని ఇక్కడ కేసీఆర్ వాడే భాష గాని ఇంకా కొందరు నాయకులు ఢిల్లీలో వాడే భాష గాని జడ్జిలకు అగేన్స్ట్ గాని మిగతాది గాని ఇది రాజకీయాల్లో తగున. ది లాంగ్వేజ్ విచ్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ యూజ్డ్ బై రాహుల్ గాంధీ ఆర్ కేసీఆర్ అండ్ కేటీఆర్ in an aggressive way, trying to divert the attention or abusing that too after swearing in on the constitution. I'll just play this what he has said, then you can corroborate whether the opposition is right to support or whether the government is right to disqualify. Come whatever may, it is the democracy. Again we are discussing this issue.
Modi कैसे हैं? Rahul Gandhi could go to jail for this remark. Well, who would have thought of
Again, sir, I'm playing it start from the beginning.
500 charging him with criminal defamations? Even if the Congress MP manages to get the conviction stayed or overturned, there's more legal woes for him as he has a slew of defamation cases against him. Rahul Gandhi's affidavit from 2019 shows that Gandhi is out on bail in the National Herald case. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi were granted bail in 2015 on a personal bond of Rs 50,000 in a case pursued by Subramaniam Swamy. In November 2016, the Bhiwandi court in Maharashtra had granted him bail in another case by an RSS worker. Rahul Gandhi had said that RSS had killed Mahatma Gandhi. Even the Supreme Court slammed him for such collective comments. In September 2016, Rahul was given bail by a Guwahati court in another case filed by an RSS worker. Rahul said that he was prevented by the RSS from entering the Barpeta Satra in Assam in 2015. On July 6, 2019, Rahul Gandhi was granted bail by a Patna court in another defamation case. The case was filed by the Ahmedabad District Cooperative Bank after he had alleged that the bank was involved in a scam of swapping bank notes during demonetization. On July 4, 2019, Rahul was granted bail by a Mumbai court in defamation case filed by an RSS worker. This was for his remark linking activist Gauri Lankesh's killing with the BJP RSS ideology. The bail was granted on a surety amount of Rs 15,000. And there's more. In 2019, a social worker lodged a sedition complaint against Rahul Gandhi in a magisterial court. The complainant said that Rahul Gandhi had hurt sentiments of his people with the remark of rape in India during a 2019 election rally in Gada, Jharkhand. Recently, on March 19th, a team of Delhi police led by senior officials reached his house to record his statement and seek information about the whereabouts of alleged sexual assault victims who had approached him during his Bharat Jodo Yatra and informed him of their ordeals. Phew, that's a lot on Rahul Gandhi's plate.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching.
ఇది చూశారు కదా సార్, అన్ని రాహుల్ గాంధీ మీద కేసెస్. ఆయన ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు ఇన్ని కేసెస్ లో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయినప్పుడు ఆయన ఇంకొకటి కూడా, ఇది కూడా ఒకటి చూపిస్తాను. ఇది అసలు యాక్చువల్గా ఇది సర్నేమ్ అనేది ఇన్ని కేసెస్ ఉన్నాయి. వీఆర్ షోయింగ్ నోటి దురదనా లేక ఆయనకు ప్రాపర్ గా ఫీడ్ లేకనా ఒక అంశం పట్ల డస్ హీ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ నాలెడ్జ్ బిఫోర్ హీ స్పీక్స్, ఆర్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ approving evidential act, or whether it is in person, or whether he feels it is right. But so many cases, this I will show you.
Mr. Shivaprasad,
idokati sir,
इन सब के नाम, इन सब चोरों के नाम मोदी 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 कैसे हैं? नीरव मोदी, ललित मोदी, नरेंद्र मोदी, और अभी थोड़ा ढूंढेंगे तो और बहुत सारे मोदी निकलेंगे.
तो कहा कि उनको सच बोलने वालों को सदन के अंदर रखना नहीं है, इसीलिए सदन के बाहर डाल रहे हैं. लेकिन सदन के बाहर भी हम बोलेंगे, सदन के अंदर भी बोलेंगे.
yes sir, మిగతా తర్వాత చూపిస్తాం మీ కామెంట్స్ తీసుకున్న తర్వాత. అంటే ఎందుకంటే ఒక్కొక్కసారి మన నోరు మంచిది కావాలి కదా సార్, ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు మాట్లాడిన కూడా కష్టం కదా. అంటే ఈజ్ ఎ లా మేకర్, యు ఆర్ ఆల్ లా మేకర్స్.
Shivaprasad garu, you are concentrating only on Rahul Gandhi and you picked up all the videos. So I'm happy of your laborious work. And I request you, when Modi, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, from there up to now, if you able to get the judgments, comments, opinions, intellectual opinions, videos, all if you secure and execute like this, I'll be happy. But
Definitely sir, no, nothing. Whoever crosses the Lakshmana Rekha, the same thing is implied to them also. ఇప్పుడు ఇది వాళ్ళకు కూడా వర్తిస్తుంది రేపు.
Shivaprasad Reddy, you are conscious man, you are purposefully driving, and you wanted to hide something, you wanted to enter something. Now we are concentrating on Rahul Gandhi.
No, sir.
I can understand.
Even Mallikarjuna Kharge also.
No, I am speaking with you.
Yeah, please go ahead. ఇప్పుడు see, you are raising your opinion.
Now you invited me. You invited me.
Right, sir.
You asked me some questions. I got right to express, and
Please, please.
you need let the people judge.
Right, sir. Please
Yourself
go ahead.
and myself, yourself and
Right.
myself, not the judges. Judges are the
Right.
listeners. Let them.
Definitely, sir.
Now,
Definitely.
now your approach is partial, and better to bring all Modi how he went foreign for 7 times. He has given some speeches against the Indian position. He insulted Indians in different places. That's also on record. So now what happened? Conveniently, because he is having such a grip on administration, judiciary, and everything, so he managed. Accordingly, Rahul also, what Rahul Gandhi said, see the Modi, out of 29 people, all from Gujarat except Vijay Mallya. And that too, Modis are nearly, surname Modis are 7 people are there out of 29. So this Modi surname is like that. So whoever involved in the academic offenders, they are guilty. Not that all surnames are guilty. Nobody said that all Modis are like this, or Kakanavas like this, or Sivaprasad like this. That's who involved an academic offender. There it will come. The conveniently they choose such a caste, a surname, they use in the court. So court has the Surat court, you can understand. Gujarat, you can understand how things comes. So accordingly, basically on that, he wanted to get rid of Rahul Gandhi. But now, it is quite useful for Rahul Gandhi. And this is the episode. People knows it. Not only opposition parties, all secular democratic forces also understood well. So how Modi is behaving, how he is trying to harass the opposition parties one by one, one by one. Now ultimately the capital punishment of the Rahul Gandhi. So this everything knows. Let us see the people of the court how it's going to face it. I am afraid. Maybe courts and technical they may be passing, but nobody can out from the public opinion. So Rahul Gandhi definitely he will get a future, and Modi
ఇంకొకటి కూడా, sir.
definitely. Huh?
Here also, don't you think I will show you another video also what Subramania Swami and all, because I want your opinion. I am not because when they are saying something, I am taking your opinion, because this channel gives divergent opinion. We are not taking only that opinion. Don't you think there is a failure of Rahul Gandhi's legal team? Because even in Rafael's case, when the affidavit is changed, how is that judgment is not changed? They said Chaukidar ke chor and he was again booked in defamation. But when you are changing an affidavit, how can the same judgment stay? When I said my show was stopped. See, that time also Rahul Gandhi. Do you think this Rahul Gandhi's legal team is not up to the mark, not allowing him here also? Now this team could have represented. Now what you are saying, he is not targeting Narendra Modi. He was speaking against some other Modi. But when he is saying when our video, ये Modi एक ही है, हर Modi एक ही है. When he is saying that, how is
That
that
is a
his
passing
legal team?
remarks. Passing
How is that
remarks
his
always will be there.
yeah, how is that his legal team could not even because when important is now Jodo Yatra, Bharat Jodo Yatra, after that he is being blamed with UK fiasco and now this Modi fiasco. Similarly, Chaukidar Ka Chor, that Rafael was a big case, but that went away. The government after the judgment it changes the affidavit, sworn in affidavit. Supreme Court doesn't mind to change the judgment, but that was not there. Chaukidar ka chor hai, Rahul Gandhi again was booked and that became an election issue. You mean to say the legal teams of political parties are not up to the mark?
No, generally political parties what they said they will raise the voice. They will raise the voice and go to the public. Let the public think. We cannot go with the one case going on the courts and everything. So we don't want to waste our time. Whenever this happens, we will expose. That need not go to the courts or some other investigation agencies to inquire. It's not possible. We are exposing. Let the people think like that. Rahul Gandhi has exposed, and let people think like that. And he don't want to waste his time, but go around all these nuisance and nonsense fellows.
You mean to say by booking cases like this left and right, the politicians and political parties will not be able to reach people or raise issues. Is something you
Definitely
are trying?
political. No. These type of acts cannot be prevented by political parties to go to the people to explain our position. No problem. We are free to explain, go to the people, explain all this position, including the judiciary, how is it behaving, including the CPI, how it is behaving. All this we will explain, no problem.
You will just show you one this thing lastly, and because you labeled some comments, but the other side, I am being harassed when I make shows.
I know,
In,
I know
in,
your logical conclusion will be against the LDF, that I know.
Sir, here, SC judgment on PMLA, money laundering need for review. Mine is the only channel with BV Acharya, 5 times Advocate General of Karnataka, who was with the former Jayalalitha case too. As soon as Supreme Court passed the judgment, sir, it was our channel. It said it has to be reviewed. See, how can prosecution say you prove your innocence? When we say prosecution, you should come with evidences. But the PMLA Act amendment and Supreme Court judgment also, now like ED cases, Kavita's case, now they know they did not speak then. The Mantri says what journalists are doing. But when we made a show like this, neither we get patronage nor support. In turn, we are harassed. Am I right or wrong, sir? How can prosecution say you prove your case? Is it not the duty of prosecution to provide evidence and prosecute the other one? My innocence I need not
Yes.
prove, no sir. That is my fundamental right. Why should I prove my innocence?
Everybody quoting their constitution and Allah books. Everybody quoting
Yeah,
this one and that one also. They're quoting,
sir,
choosing the tax. According they may say. But I don't
sir,
want to go into all these things. And I don't
right,
want to divert my
right.
presentation. I don't want to divert all. No, I am
Another one,
concentrating on Rahul Gandhi. Will you please
right.
confront the Rahul Gandhi issue? Then I can
Right,
answer.
right, right.
But
Yeah, yeah.
you don't drag
And
on
I'm
me the some
here,
other
here,
ends.
here, sir, here. PM Modi ji, foreign trips, surgical strike on PSUs, benefits to East India. Now India is becoming East India. This is what we have already done. I'm showing you.
Yes.
Are these not related? When public issues are not being raised, when these personal issues are being highlighted, do you think they are in public interest? Do political parties or they should support all this type of things? That is
I
one.
don't know. See, only we can't see basing on the individuals and making a policy statement. That I don't know what happened. I don't have any knowledge on that. Now our subject is confirmed this one. Better to
Yeah.
confirm
Yeah.
it.
Now you
Discuss this
say
one.
here because now he goes agog. He see what he says.
Abhishek Manu Singh, he says this is emasculation of democratic institutions, strangulation of democracy.
See, I am not a self-appointed judge.
These are all allegations against
When you
the
have given
court.
the agenda, when you have given the agenda, accordingly, I am
No, no,
participating here. But you
I'm
wanted to
only
hijack,
showing. I'm only
you wanted to
showing Rahul
hijack
Gandhi.
me, you wanted to hijack me
Only
some
Rahul
other
Gandhi,
place.
sir. సుబ్రహ్మణ్య
Huh?
స్వామి ఏం చెప్తున్నాడంటే ఆ కోర్టు ఆర్డర్ వచ్చింది అక్కడ సంఘవి గారు ఏమన్నారంటే ఇది ప్రజాస్వామ్యాన్ని ఖూనీ చేస్తుందని కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ స్పోక్స్ మ్యాన్ సెట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో అన్ అడ్వకేట్ హీ సేస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ స్ట్రాంగులేటింగ్ డెమోక్రసీ నౌ సుబ్రహ్మణ్య స్వామి సేస్ నో ఈజ్ ఆల్రెడీ గిల్టీ and he got bail from the court and tomorrow again he will be arrested. Now when politicians they themselves start speaking about law in public this way, what should common
Do
man
you,
do?
do you think that Subramanian Swami is a principled political leader?
I am not here to comment, sir. I want your comments. I have
No,
just shown them.
I'm
You are free to
saying
hear. You are free to say, air your
Subramanian
comments.
Swami, Subramanian Swami is a self-styled fellow, and we will not treat him as a political leader, and he can do whatever he likes, and whatever he can comment whatever he likes. I am not going to touch with him. I am not at a concern that he is a serious political leader. He is the most opposite fellow. Why should I base on that to comment about him?
No, no, he is talking about Rahul Gandhi. He says in his case
Maybe
only Rahul Gandhi.
let him talk nonsense. I don't mind.
Right. Now, what is the ultimate message, sir? See, assemblies and Lok Sabha is there to discuss public issues. Now, don't you think? See, there is unemployment is going up, price rises are gone up like
We,
anything. Now public sector units, day one by one, they are all going into one or two hands. And when we say India, it is people, citizens, natural resources
Purposefully,
belong to
no,
every
no,
citizen.
purposefully,
Instead of issues, how long we will take? Last time Chaukidar Chor, now this time
Baba,
Rahul Baba. How long you want people to
af-
suffer with this thing? Public issues can't be raised.
after our independence, this is the biggest scam of Adani. Throughout world and India, this is the biggest scam of Adani. Adani looted public money with the help of Modi. Deliberately, I can say, if you give a time, I can explain how he looted and how he became a world second. 7 8 years back, yes, the same SBI rejected for 7,500 crores loan. 8 years back, you go through the SBI, he applied for 7,500 crores loan, they rejected. But the same person, how he has given an Australia coal, he has given loan by President Modi, and how Bombay port hand over by GVK from here, and GVK is 12.5 crores debt. But after you hand over Adani SBI write off all 12,000 crores. Like that, he is looting money. Ultimately, Hindenburg exposed it. And it is only creative strength, they don't have the strength. Now fall down. To divert this issue, the same judiciary, I am sorry to say that, naming the judiciary, they have formed one 5-member former judges committee and given 2 months time, and they give report by sealed cover. But when chief is announced at that committee, immediate welcome by Adani Group. Immediate welcome by Adani Group. If you want, you can go through the map. And after 2 hours, Adani shares are going up. That means diverting the JPC demand. Joint parliamentary committee demand is going on. All political parties struggling. The same time, judiciary involved and given this committee nominated. So everything, JPC demand is watered down, and Adani group shares are going up, and Adani is very happy. This type of nonsense going on here. What to do? They're diverting. Why not they accept the JPC? JPC means ruling party will have always advantage. They will have a majority people in the JPC. So then they can have, why they are not allowing? They are not allowing. CB got such a powerful. See, Sahara, in fact, Sahara original property is more value than the loan. But problem is how he secured money is illegal. That's why SEBI controlled him. See, now Adani is doing the same thing, and Hindenburg exposed it. But why is central government not acting accordingly? Why this RBI not trying to how the banks are given such a loans, write off, and all these things? So everything will be controlled by the Modi, and he don't want to allow Parliament discussion about the Adani. That's why he is counterposing all these things.
So you mean to say
That's
this is a
counterposing.
diversionary tactic? You mean to say
Yes,
now Rahul this issue,
150%,
diversionary tactic?
150% diversionary tactics by the Modi government.
Right. Then when you said Adani, I told you last time also, I have shown you Rajasthan and Kerala. Why should they invite, sir? Why should they should say don't come? And not only that,
Who,
even I am
who,
facing SBI.
who
SBI
invited?
doesn't give me loan.
Please,
SBI doesn't give me loan.
Suprasad, 1 minute. In Kerala, the LDF government vehemently opposed to sell airport to the Adani, but central government they took and they hand over that. State government, left parties vehemently opposed, but because the airport is a central government property, they sold him. Then who is blamed here? Not the left LDF. Only Modi has given that. Remaining all the what is taking? Ports, airports, everything.
But even now, Adani Group has announced they are going to take over more ports and ports. Now I will ask you, as a politician, is India becoming a capitalist country? Like only one or two, like America, will control the economy. No public sector units. And when I approach for a loan, I don't get any loan. Where should we go? You mean to say commoners will not be have access? The every citizen is a constitutional authority and he is the owner of natural resources. But how is that you are allowing natural resources to be enjoyed by only one or two groups and paving way for sir your video?
Who is allowing?
Sir, your video has
Who is allowing?
your video, sir. Just click on the video. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Otherwise, also you can speak. No problem. You're all lawmakers. You're all political parties in power. Where should the commoner go, sir? Where should citizens go now? What should citizen do? You are in power in one state. They are in power in another state. More power. They are in another states. Now, where should citizens go, sir? Common man or citizen suffering should go. సార్ అది వీడియో జస్ట్ ఈ పక్కన ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది చూడండి, వీడియో క్లిక్ చేయండి. అది మీరు మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు ఇది క్లిక్ ఇది పోయింది. నారాయణ గారు మీ ఆడియో ఉంది సార్, మాట్లాడొచ్చు. సార్ మీ ఆడియో ఉంది సార్, మాట్లాడొచ్చు మీరు. ఒక్కసారి మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడండి అక్కడ నుంచి, లేదంటే ఇక్కడ దీని నుంచే మాట్లాడి ఎండ్ చేయొచ్చు మీరు, ఇట్లా దీని నుంచైనా. We are connecting Narayana Garu last interesting phase as to how we will try to connect him. So this was the show with Narayana ji, and he is one of the most active and vibrant politicians, and he is the National Politburo Secretary of Communist Party of India, and his remarks we have seen very clearly. He clearly states this is another diversionary tactic to protect Adani's, and we have shown the number of cases which have been filed against Rahul Gandhi. Whether it is his own legal team which has failed, and that is one thing. We'll try to connect him, I think. Yes, sir, you can connect through the audio, sir. Yeah. Sir, you can, last comments cheppandi sir, last comments.
Sorry, but my party meeting started now.
Yeah, what is your last comment? What is your last comment, sir?
Last comment means is that Rahul Gandhi is a political vendetta based NDA government.
Right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you. Thank you very much. So this is what he says. It is a political vendetta. So many cases we have shown. And what is his legal team doing? And also, is it not a fact that a politician going around so many cases filed, why not shift all the cases to one court so that the legal team, tomorrow if I speak something, the way we have seen the journalists, how they are being harassed in Telangana, everywhere, all of a sudden cases will come. Once you get bail in one case, they will file another case. It will not be allowed. This is what is a personal vendetta against the right to life or personal liberty or freedom of speech. But that speech, as rightly been pointed out by Supreme Court, it should not be deliberately hurting someone, or it should not be without evidential act, or it should not be against the constitution or the fundamental principle of one's own personal liberty or right to life. But in India, we are a big democracy, and we are a vibrant democracy, celebrating democracy, and people participatory constitutional democracy. We are represented by the political parties and representatives, and the independents, they are also representatives. Now what should they do, what conduct they should have? And because these are all the lawmakers, They go to assemblies right from Panchayat to Lok Sabha and they మేక్ లాస్. వాళ్ళంతా చట్టాలు చేస్తారు పంచాయతీ నుంచి పార్లమెంట్ పోయిన తర్వాత. ప్రజలు ఎన్నుకుంటారు. మరి వీరు ఏ విధంగా మాట్లాడాలి? నోరు మంచిదైతే ఊరు మంచిది అంటారు. మరి ఇక్కడ రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారు ఆ మాట్లాడిన మాటలు ఆ చట్టబద్ధంగా ఉన్నాయా లేదా? కాంగ్రెస్ ఆ లీగల్ టీం ఏం చేసింది? వారి న్యాయ సలహాదారులు ఎక్కడికి పోయారు? అన్ని కేసెస్ కలిపి ఒకటే కోర్టులకు పెట్టి అక్కడ ట్రయల్ చేయొచ్చా? లేదా చట్టం రాజ్యాంగం ఆధారాలతో మాట్లాడకుంటే ఇటువంటి విపరీతార్థాలు వస్తాయా? సుప్రీంకోర్టు చెప్పినట్టు ఆ ఆర్డినెన్స్ ఉండింటే మన్మోహన్ సింగ్ గారిది అదే చట్టం అయితే ఈరోజు ఈ కష్టం వచ్చేది కాదు కదా అని కూడా చర్చలు జరుగుతూ ఉన్నాయి. ఏది ఏమైనా ఈ విధంగా డిస్క్వాలిఫై ఒక ప్రజల చేత ఎన్నుకోబడ్డటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఆ ప్రజల్లో ఒక భాగం సూరత్లో కంప్లైంట్ ఇవ్వడం, తద్వారా న్యాయస్థానం నీకు 2 సంవత్సరాల జైలు శిక్ష అని చెప్పడం, ఒక్కసారి జైలు శిక్ష ఖరారైతే చట్ట ప్రకారం అతన్ని లోక్సభ నుంచి నువ్వు లోక్సభకు పనికిరావు మామూలు భాషలో చెప్పాలంటే వారిని లోక్సభ నుంచి సాగనంపడం. డిస్క్వాలిఫైడ్, యు ఆర్ డిస్క్వాలిఫైడ్ బికాస్ యు ఆర్ కన్విక్టెడ్ ఫర్ 2 years. Someone complains, but the people of Wayanad have elected him. Someone else in Gujarat complains, the court undertakes trial, he is convicted. 2 years if you are convicted, you will be disqualified. వారికి ఉన్నటువంటి సభ్యత్వం రద్దయితది 2 సంవత్సరాల జైలు శిక్ష పడితే. వయనాడు ప్రజలు ఆయనను ఎన్నుకున్నారు. కేరళలో సూరత్లో వారు కేసు పెట్టారు. అందరినీ మోడీ మోడీ అని చెప్పి నరేంద్ర మోడీ సర్నేమ్ కూడా అందరితో జోడించి దాని ప్రకారం మాట్లాడారు. కాబట్టి మీరు ఉద్దేశపూర్వకంగానే ఈ విధంగా చేశారని చెప్పి అక్కడ సూరత్ న్యాయస్థానం వారికి శిక్ష విధించడం, తద్వారా ఈరోజు వారు సభ్యత్వాన్ని రద్దు చేయడం. 23 నాడు శిక్ష, 24 నాడు రద్దయింది. 25వ తారీఖు మనం నారాయణ గారితో ఈరోజు చేశాం. ఏది ఏమైనా ప్రజా సమస్యలు పక్కదోవబడుతున్నాయా? ఈ ఎన్నికల్లో ఇది పెద్ద సమస్య కానుందా? నిరుద్యోగం నుంచి మొదలు పెట్టుకొని విపరీతమైనటువంటి ధరలు, ఉన్నటువంటి చిన్నకారు సన్నకారు రైతుల ఘోష, మనమేమో కొనబోతే చాంతాడు, మనం కొనబోతే విపరీతమైన ధరలు, అమ్మబోతే రైతుకు ధరలు లేనటువంటి పరిస్థితి దేశవ్యాప్తంగా నెలకొన్న వేళ, నిరుద్యోగులు పెద్ద ఎత్తున రోడ్డు మీద ఉన్న వేళ, అన్నిటికన్నీ ఉన్నవన్నీ కూడా ఒకరి ఇద్దరు సంస్థలకు మొత్తం అప్పజెప్పడం, తద్వారా భారతదేశాన్ని ఒకరే ఇద్దరు శాసిస్తారా, ప్రజాస్వామ్య దేశంగా ఉంటుందా అనే అనుమానాలు కలిగే వేళ ఈ షో మనం చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. దీనికి ఏ విధంగా ముగింపు పలుకుతారు? ప్రజా సమస్యలు చర్చకు వస్తాయా ఎన్నికల్లో, లేక ఈ వ్యక్తిగత దూషణలు, కోర్టు కేసులు ఇవి మటుకే వచ్చేసి పోయినసారిలాగా చౌకీదార్ చోర్, ఆ రోజు రఫేల్, ఈరోజు ఆదాని ఇష్యూ, రాహుల్ గాంధీ బర్తరఫ్, ఈ విధంగా ముందుకు పోతుందా? సో ఆర్ దీస్ పర్సనల్ అజెండా ఇష్యూస్ going to take center stage at the cost of unemployment, inflation, wherein the price rise is going up very badly, and at the same time public sector units one by one they are going off into one or two hands. In that way, will India remain a mixed economy or a capitalist economy wherein all our resources coupled with our human resources will be enjoyed by only 2 or 3? They will dictate terms because all political electoral bonds have become opaque. I blame all political parties. You cannot source information which company, which corporate, how much fund they are giving to which party or representative. All are opaque. ఏ రాజకీయ పార్టీకి ఏ కార్పొరేట్ సంస్థ కానీ వ్యాపార సంస్థలు కానీ ఎంత డబ్బు ఇస్తుంది మనకు సమాచారం తెలుసుకోకుండా అన్ని రాజకీయ పార్టీలు కలిసి కుట్ర పనినాయి. కాబట్టి ఆ రాజకీయ పార్టీలు కూడా దీనికి అందరూ బదలాం కావాల్సిందే. ఈరోజు అవన్నీ పక్కదారి బట్టి ఈ కేవలం ఒకరిద్దరు ఇటువంటి విషయాల పట్ల మళ్ళా కోవిడ్-19 మనం వారిని అడిగాం, ఎక్కడ ఉంది కోవిడ్-19 అంటే వారికి చర్చ లేదు. ఇంతవరకు ప్రజల్లో ఎక్కడుంది కోవిడ్-19? కేవలం వ్యాక్సిన్లు అవన్నీ అమ్మడానికేనా? ఆ టీకాలో ఏముంది అంటే చెప్పరు. పోస్ట్ మార్టం అటాప్సీ రిపోర్ట్ ఏమంటే చెప్పరు. when we ask for autopsy report they will not reveal. Again the COVID-19 fear to sell vaccines or to create such an fiasco that politically they sell. All political parties I am blaming. Non issues are they going to come up? Is this going to cause the people participatory constitutional democracy, అవసరం లేని సమస్యలు, ప్రజలకు అవసరం లేని సమస్యలు ఈ విధంగా వ్యక్తిగత దూషణలతో కోర్టుపరమై అవే హెడ్లైన్స్గా మారితే ప్రజా సమస్యలు ఎక్కడికి పోతాయి? ప్రజాస్వామ్యం ఏ విధంగా బ్రతుకుతుంది? చట్టసభల్లో చర్చించాల్సిన చట్టసభలు రోజు వాయిదా పర్వంలో పడతా ఉంటే, సమస్యలు పక్కదారిపోతా ఉంటే ప్రజలకు ఎవరు జవాబుదారు? హూ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ ఇఫ్ ది హౌసెస్ ఆర్ get adjourned and instead of public issues, personal agenda becomes of the political parties become the mainstay? What should citizens do? This is the story or the live for you from CPI Narayana Garu, who is the secretary of CPI, Communist Party of India Polit Bureau. We have seen how banks fund only those, and when commoner goes in the name of CIBIL, they are destroying. Why this CIBIL doesn't come or become effective when such businessmen come? How is that SBI or Indian Bank or all these nonsensical public banks, instead of serving public, they are serving vested interests? And how is that CIBIL is trying to help such type of capitalists? These issues are not discussed anywhere, except now another big personal agenda, Rahul Gandhi disqualification. Unfortunately, is this going to be the mainstay of elections? If that is the case, India will suffer. India means citizens, people. No one should grow beyond India. That's what we say. One or two corporates, how can they become neo rich when India is represented by citizens? Every citizen is a constitutional authority. All natural resources belong to each and every citizen. Thank you very much. Do support DRTSPR channels. Citizens, DRTSPR channel, and environment people, DRTSPR channel in larger public interest.